So today I'm going to be talking about my experience with the mudita kompakt, the good, the bad, the ugly, the pros, the cons, the everything. Here's the phone. In the clips I took the case off because I've like dropped this thing a million times, and it's looking pretty rough. If you can see that there. So I wanted to make it look pretty in the clips. The phone itself is like totally fine, and I have like a screen protector on it and everything. So if that looks a little janky, the screen is not broken. I broke the screen protector. So just to make that clear, the phone has held up. I've had no problems. It's as fast as it can go, which compared to like an iPhone is pretty fast. Wait, no, compared to an iPhone it's pretty slow. But honestly, if you're looking for a dumb phone to sort of slow down your life and not just boom boom boom, I would say Moody to Compact is definitely top of the list. I have only had a couple other dumb phones, and if you guys are interested, just let me know and I can make a video on those too. I think I talked about it in one of my previous videos, the one where I was yapping about some of my favorite media. So if you guys are interested in that, I can definitely make some videos talking about my experience with those, because those were the ones that got me to the Muted Compact, and I've now had this device for like over a year now. I literally live my life with it. I travel with it. I've gone on solo trips by myself with it and survived. And my name is Issei. I'm, making this channel, and maybe or maybe not, it will continue. I don't know. Let me get into the nitty gritty, cause I just be yapping. I just be yapping. Okay, so yeah, my first bullet point was it is really nice in my eyes. I can read on it for hours on end with no problem. Also, so it is Android. So if you are an iPhone user, I feel your pain. I literally was an iPhone user for my whole life before I got this one, and that was a struggle, like switching my iMessages and everything. So I can make a tutorial on how to switch all of those if needed, but there's also resources online that you can find. But for the more of like the social aspect that I think is a reason people get stuck in the Apple ecosystem so much is, yeah, like so many, the blue bubbles matter. The blue bubbles matter. And I would say for me, my friends were very helpful. I said, "Hey guys, can I start a green bubble group chat?" And they were like, "No." But I was like, okay, what about WhatsApp? And they were like, okay, we'll switch over to WhatsApp for you. So that was very nice. So I have some group chats with some friend groups that are just green bubbles. I have some group chats on WhatsApp. I have sometimes both. Family group chat is green now, but I also have other siblings with Android. So that is a struggle. Like, it's not a crazy thing. You sort of just have to do it, and the people in your life will just adapt, or they're not your people. Like, if someone stopped being friends with you because you got a different type of phone, they were never your friend to begin with. So yeah, I don't have much much else to say about that. They will find a way to contact you, and I feel like a lot of people also say that they sort of feel stuck when they have like friends that they only talk to on certain social media, so like Instagram or Snapchat or the other ones. And honestly, just give them your number, and if they don't text you, that's just showing you what type of friend they are, because you shouldn't need a specific platform to communicate with your friend. Like, the platform is just there for the communication, not the revert. Like, you're not there for the platform, you're there for the friend. So they should, if you just switch the platform, they should still be there to talk to you and communicate with you. So I don't think anyone should be afraid of like switching over, because the people that care about you will make sure to always be able to contact you. And also, no selfie camera, which I knew going into this, but I think is not great, considering I think FaceTime or video call, whatever you want to call it, is super important for connecting with others, especially for a minimalist phone. Sometimes people are far away and you want to connect with them still, but there is a back camera. And yeah, I think two things that I sort of wish was, why didn't they create a front camera, and then why didn't they put put in a better camera. This phone was released in 2025, and I assume built in like 2024 and stuff. So I don't really understand why it didn't really have better specs. Like for example, like I could go buy a similarly priced Android phone right now and it have way better camera. I understand they're like, oh, you're probably not gonna use that much. You just need it just for like a quick photo or something. But I don't know how expensive it would have really been to just get a slightly better camera. Because sometimes you do want a nice photo. You don't want it to look like from like early 2000s all the time. Nice aesthetic, but it's only nice for like a short time. Like, and then you just stop. Like, I feel like I take way less photos now. Or like I have my digital camera, but that's only when I bring it. If I forget to bring it, no photos are taken, or I have to use my friend's phone, which isn't that big of a deal, but it is sort of annoying sometimes. So this is a degoogled phone, so if you guys care about privacy, which I do, and this is not leading into an ad, like every other YouTube video that's like, if you care about privacy, NordVPN. And no, I don't have sponsors on this channel. Maybe one day, but not today. So yeah, basically it is degoogled, so it has no Google Play services. So if that's really important to you, if you have apps that require it, you will have to find a workaround, or this phone is not for you. I specifically love the idea of a degoogled phone. I don't support most of big tech, probably all of big tech to be honest. There's always something wrong with what they do. Hey, so I forgot to really explain why I like the degoogled part, but it's because a lot of big tech is spying on you with and using your data for personalized ads, which I know a lot of people enjoy, but they're also selling your data. For example, if you search up, oh, I'm feeling XYZ illness, and then that data is sold to your health insurance, and so they raise your prices because they know this information about you. So many ways that it can negatively affect you, and there's a reason it's such a big business to be selling all of our data that I just wanted to get across, but I honestly forgot to say it. But yeah, so just a little editor's note. Um, that's basically one of my biggest reasons for being so privacy focused, is being able to control where my data is going, who's using it, and why. Obviously, it can't be perfect, but it's better than nothing. For example, Uber and Lyft don't work without Google Play services. That is very like I that is a necessity in today's time. And so I'm not saying don't use them, but there are alternatives. I use a platform called Shrimp, but I've been recommended by them from other people that use this phone online. I accept sometimes it glitches, but I expect with every sort of software, there's always ability for glitching. So I'm not gonna fault that to the company, because every other time I've used it, I've been able to get from point A to point B successfully. It's pretty chill. It's a bit more expensive because they add a fee onto your Uber Lyft ride that it does, but I think it's fine. I don't travel. I don't use Uber or Lyft that often. I like bike, walk, use public transit, carpool with friends. That is a con. That is a con. Some things will not work. So maybe some banking services might not work if they require Google Play services. Maybe some apps that you use, Instagram, Facebook, all of those will not work. But honestly, my my point of getting this phone was to not have any of those services on there, anyways. So that's not been a problem for me personally. And then for anything else, I've found a workaround. Like I think flight apps don't work. I haven't really tried. I usually just get them when I get at the airport. So if those are important to you, I would say look it up. There's a whole mudita forum. Okay, so I want to talk about the company itself. If you are looking for a perfect company, or like something that is at the level of big tech with a whole bunch of tech support and all of these things, you're not going to get that, but they are listening to us. There's so many features that they didn't even think of implementing before people just asked for it and just asked for it and asked for it, and they did it. And I love a company that listens. I love a company like there was literally a privacy feature that was basically sending error logs to their server, and people were like, "No, we signed up for a privacy phone. That is like the whole point of your phone, besides the mindfulness and privacy." And they were like, "Okay, we will give you the option to opt out of sending error logs that help us in solving bugs. Like you don't need to be in that." And that was like I think a really good move that a lot of companies would never give to the customers. So not to be uh, being a salesperson for them, but like I don't know. I think that's pretty cool, and I think when you shout out more companies like that, hopefully more companies do that in the future, anyways. So yeah, I will say updates are slow, but the community is great. There are so many community apps. Literally, the company was anti sideloading. So sideloading is adding apps that weren't originally on the device, which is very easy. I can make a tutorial for you if you need it. There's definitely tutorials out there for that anyways. Just search up mudita kompakt sideload and you'll find probably 100 videos on it already. But yeah, they literally made on the forum a way like it's like they named it community apps because people started making apps because the company itself was so slow at updating their own stuff. So like for example, when you open your phone and you see how it, like the neutral display of like what apps look like and how they function was sort of rudimentary. And so people made better options. They like I can show like a new launcher that I downloaded that had way more options. Like I can add a wallpaper. Why was that not on the original device? I don't know, but I'm so glad that they sort of are embracing this community aspect because it's allowing a lot of cool new designs and a lot of cool new apps. And they literally set up like a design principle for e-ink phones. So basically how to design an app so that it will work well on e-ink devices. When you try to use like an app that's for a smartphone where it has that it's meant for like that is basically meant to be moving faster than e-ink can process things, it looks pretty bad. It's very sluggish on the device. But when you have an app that's specifically designed for e-ink, the whole user experience is so much better. Get this phone if you're interested in e-ink, privacy, and slowing down. If those are not interesting to you, I wouldn't get this phone personally. Like my friends are like, why would you want a degoogled phone? Why would like that? A lot of people don't really understand that, and so like if you care about having Google Play services, having Google Maps, having Gmail, having all of the Google World and all of that stuff, do not get this phone. If you care about speed and photo quality and FaceTime and all of those things, don't get this phone. It doesn't have a front camera. It's way slower than a smartphone. The camera sucks. Yeah, like there's a lot of reasons I wouldn't recommend this phone to like probably most people. It is a very niche idea and phone. Oh, and then typing. I think a pro and a con. Pro slows you down if you're looking to slow down a bit, but con for me because I type really fast and I type really bad as well. So I sort of miss my iPhone that was super smart at just auto correcting immediately and just going on to the next word. And I still had a million texting mistakes in those messages, but they're a bit more understandable. Then I feel like I make a lot the same amount of mistakes, but they're not corrected as often as they were on the smartphone. So it has made me hate texting a bit more because it's just a bit more sluggish. But instead, I call people a lot more. But yeah, there's like some things that they're still working on that I find a little annoying. Like the music app is terrible. Like shuffle sort of sucks. You can't make, and then like the songs when you create a playlist, you can't choose the order in which they sit. They literally sit by alphabetical order. Hey, I just wanted to add because I think the ending of this video felt a little negative towards the phone, and I just wanted to sort of tell you guys that honestly, my favorite part about this phone is that I sort of forget about it. When I'm at home, I'm not on my phone all the time anymore. When I'm out, I'm not on my phone all the time. And that's what I'm really looking for. The goal isn't to like have this super amazing experience, it's super fast and all of these things. More of it slows me down and brings me into the present, and that's what I feel like this phone does, and that's why I really enjoy it. And I like that I can read on it and not have eye strain, and that I can just be on it, do what I need to do, and then I can easily put it down and not feel so attached to it as much as I did with my previous smartphone. I highly recommend looking into this phone, going onto the forum, seeing how people talk about it and their experiences about it. And I hope this video helped you make a decision or also just learn more about the dumphone world, e-ink world. Mudita Compact, I think, is just awesome. And yeah, I hope you learned something or gained something from this video, because I wanted to make a video about the Mudita Compact. Because I remember when I was like looking into this, because I was trying to make a decision. I was looking between the light phone, which is so expensive. I was like, this phone. I was looking at 10 other phones that wouldn't even really make sense in my lifestyle. Stuff like that. Like, I just want more videos of like, I basically want to create a video that I wish I had when I was looking into this phone. And hopefully it helps a couple people, stumble upon this phone, make a decision to get it or not, and hopefully help some people out.
I think that means they're gonna prank us if we don't give them something. Here you go!